Hi, we're Derek and Jonathan.
And this week, we're in Petrified Forest National Park. We're in the car talking to you because there are like 40-mile-an-hour winds outside. But we're gonna explore this park anyway.
We spent one day visiting this national park, and it's really all you need. Petrified Forest is located in northern Arizona, about 2 hours from Flagstaff.
So the Petrified Forest is basically one big fossil bed. It's famous for having like the largest collection of colorful petrified wood in the whole world. And there's a lot more here than that. There's petroglyphs, there's actual fossils.
Dinosaur tracks? I don't know. That might be wrong.
It sits at 5,000 feet in the Arizona desert. But 200 million years ago, this entire area was a lush rainforest near the equator. I think it was actually attached to like the rainforest that's currently in Costa Rica. Like if you go back in time to when there was Pangea.
We're talking an amount of time that we don't relate to.
Yeah, so let's step back for a second. Petrified Forest National Park requires some imagination and some understanding of science in order to truly appreciate it.
Yes.
Because otherwise, you're just looking at a desert.
There is not a forest here.
There is not a forest here, so that's where the imagination part comes in. Got a lot to explore here. There's the painted desert section of the park that's on the upper side, and then all along Petrified Forest Drive, which is really the only road through the park, they have all these little stops where you can look at petroglyphs, you can look at different forests, crystal forest, jasper forest, first forest. I tell you, they don't look like the forest you're thinking in your mind. They are, I guess, remnants of what used to be forests. I think they're really just collections of large amounts of fossilized wood.
Somebody had a really good imagination when they created this place.
Yeah, but I don't think there were like little forests here and there. This was all just one giant forest, and now there are large deposits of fossilized wood in certain areas that we refer to as forests.
Yes.
Again, you gotta use your imagination here. Let's get going.
We started on the northern end of the park in the Painted Desert and slowly worked our way south.
The Painted Desert extends over 7,500 square miles across northeastern Arizona and consists of several points and overlooks along a little loop. Petrified Forest National Park sits on what's known as the Chinle Formation, which is characterized by like 5 different layers of sediment. And so those different layers of sediment are all different colors. And so that's what we're looking at when you're looking at like Blue Mesa and you're looking at the Painted Desert. You're looking at all the different layers of that formation and all the different colors because they eroded at different times. So that's the other interesting part about Petrified Forest National Park.
Are those the badlands?
Yeah.
And those is what reminds us of like Artist Palette in Death Valley?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Our next stop was Puerco Pueblo, a 1,000-year-old ancestral Puebloan village. About 100 people once lived here, farming and trading in what used to be a much wetter landscape. You can still see the remains of a kiva and walls made from local sandstone.
These carvings, or petroglyphs, are some of the most well-preserved in the park, dating back nearly a millennium. Now we're headed to Newspaper Rock. It's very windy.
A little further down the road, Newspaper Rock packs over 600 petroglyphs into a single cliff face. Nobody knows exactly what all of them mean, but they probably recorded stories, migrations, or even celestial events.
Next up, the Teepees. These striped mounds really show off those Chinle layers. The colors come from iron, manganese, and other minerals deposited when this area was still a massive floodplain.
Now we're on the Blue Mesa Scenic Drive.
Headed to the Blue Mesa trailhead. This is supposed to be the coolest section of the park. The best trails, not necessarily the best examples of petrified wood, but definitely the best trails and like cool blue and purple rocks.
Also, if you have a second vehicle or somebody that's with you, this trailhead here connects with the other side, which is on the main road.
Yeah, so we'll see.
This is where the Badlands landscape really comes alive. The Blue Mesa Trail drops into a maze of purple, blue, and gray mounds made of bentonite clay, creating a constantly eroding alien landscape.
This is also where you'll start seeing large deposits of fossilized wood. This is really cool. Look at that wood right there.
Why are they in chunks like somebody cut them with chainsaws though?
I'm not sure. We're gonna research that and we're gonna tell you.
The petrified wood here is scattered throughout the slopes, and it looks like it was sawed into pieces, but that's just how it fractured naturally as it fossilized.
The best part of this trail is technically unofficial. About halfway through the loop, you'll find a fork to the historic Blue Forest Trail, which winds along these high ridges and provides the best views in all of the national park.
If you're comfortable with heights and uneven terrain, don't skip this. It only adds a short detour, and the views are better than anything you'll find from the road pullouts.
So this is the parking area for the historic Blue Forest Trail. It's right here next to the Teepees. This is the park's next point of interest, the Agate Bridge.
This 110-foot log became a natural bridge after the softer rock beneath it eroded away. In the early 1900s, the Civilian Conservation Corps reinforced it with concrete to keep it from collapsing.
So now we're going to check out Jasper Forest.
Jasper Forest offers one of the park's densest concentrations of petrified wood.
This looks like more of an overlook than a forest. Let's go check it out.
From this overlook, you can see thousands of logs scattered across the badlands below, an entire ancient forest turned to stone.
So as you drive around this park, you see like these giant petrified logs on the side of the road. They're just lying there. Really interesting. They're just everywhere. To get even closer to the petrified wood, we made our way down to the Crystal Forest Trail.
This is one of the easiest and most rewarding short walks in the park. Here, the petrified logs sparkle in the sun because of the quartz crystals that replace the original tree fibers. Each color tells a story. Iron makes reds and yellows, manganese adds blues and purples.
So there was a forest here, and then a lot of those trees fell down in rivers, and they got covered up by mud and sediment.
And then a volcano erupted.
Many volcanoes erupted. And all that ash that's like laden with minerals went into the water. And so all that mineral-rich water ended up flowing through the logs and replaced this organic matter of the logs, like cell by cell, until they were just basically stone and different types of mineral. So now they're both fossils and gems, which is very interesting. So the different colors you see in the wood are a result of all the different kinds of mineral that replace the cells of the wood. So it could have been any kind. It could have been iron, it could have been manganese, or all the different types of stuff that was in the area. So it's pretty interesting when you take the time to understand the science and use your imagination.
Derek's specialty, researching something 5 minutes before he has to repeat it in either a test or a video.
That's right.
Not mine. That's why I'm here quiet. Gems! That was my addition.
At the southern end of the park, the Rainbow Forest Museum dives deeper into the park's geology and paleontology.
There are dinosaurs. I was right.
Look at that, how cool. Fossils from ancient crocodile-like reptiles and early dinosaurs help paint a picture of what this place looked like 200 million years ago.
This thing was found in 1927.
Wow, look at this.
It's incredible.
Right behind the museum is the Giant Logs Trail, home to some of the park's biggest petrified trunks.
So the Giant Logs Trail starts right outside the visitor center. As you can see, there are giant logs.
Including Old Faithful, a 10-foot wide log that's over 35 tons.
So even though there's no forest here anymore, all it takes is a little imagination to picture what once stood here. Towering trees that turned to stone, now scattered across one of the most surreal landscapes in the Southwest. Well, that does it for our time here in Petrified Forest National Park. Be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, because next time we're heading deep into the Grand Canyon to explore Havasupai. And trust us, you won't want to miss it.
We're so excited about this next video, so be sure to follow along and we'll see you there.